Hi everyone, I'm Coach Alex, and today I'll show you exercises closely related to foot arthritis. The foot is very specific, consisting of 26 bones, 35 joints, and even over 100 ligaments. Arthritis is an inflammatory process in the joints where the pain occurs, especially in the upper part of the foot, and also its mobility is lost. With the help of our exercises, we will try to restore mobility and strengthen the foot. The first exercise we do today, we will need a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball. You can also use a bottle of water, meaning anything that is oblong, round and hard. We will place a tennis ball under the foot, and from this position we apply a light pressure on the ball and 2 centimeters at points where you feel slight tightness. We perform a back and forth movement. You're not going to perform up and down because it simply lacks effectiveness, but lightly 2 centimeters, about 10 to 15 seconds in one place. Then you will find another part of the foot that is slightly tight, and we do the same, okay? Okay, the next exercise will be for the mobility of the toes. So in the first exercise, we will place all the toes on the floor. We will lift the big toe from this position, and the other 4 toes will stay on the floor. So it looks like this. We lift it, hold for 2 to 3 seconds, get it back. The big toe is lifted from the floor and put back down. We work only with one leg. A dozen reps, we'll change the exercise after that, and then we'll change the leg. Next exercise, the big toe remains on the floor. We lift the other 4 toes, and we go back. Next exercise, we push the toes into the floor and stay in the position for 2 to 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And then we position the toes forward, stretch the upper part, of course all the way to the pain limit, and return to the starting position, actively pushing our toes into the floor. The next exercise will be for the mobility of the ankle. So we will set ourselves on the knee of one leg, and the goal of this exercise is to push the knee over the level of the toes as much as possible. So we will push actively over the level of the toes. With the pressure of the palms on my knee, I just give additional resistance. We'll try to keep the heel on the floor. If the heel cannot stay on the floor, you can separate it gently, but all that matters to me is that you push your knee over your toes. Hold this position for 2 to 3 seconds. Return to the starting position, then gently push the knee to the right side, pushing very, very hard. Return it, then push to the left. If this position is not comfortable for your knee, you can do the same while standing, holding on to a chair or the wall. The next exercise will be to strengthen the foot muscles. So we'll place the towel vertically, spread it on the floor, and place our foot at the very beginning of the towel. From this position, with the help of our toes, we will need to gently contract our toes to pull the towel all the way. The next exercise is very similar to the first, yet a little more advanced and a little harder to perform. So we'll put our foot in the middle of the towel. From this position, we will squeeze the towel hard and gently lift it off the floor. Take it back to the floor, release, squeeze, and lift again. We will now show exercises for strengthening the muscles of the front of the lower leg and the back of the lower leg that serve for the stability of the ankle and also the stability of the knee joint. So these exercises are very effective. The first exercise will be, we put our hand on the wall itself. From this position, we will gently lift our toes as much as possible. Hold for 2 to 3 seconds and lower our heels to the floor. We get up, hold, and return to the starting position. If you have a step or elevation in your home, you can also work on the step. where the range of motion will be much greater and much stronger stretching in the shank, as well as much stronger contraction upwards. So that's the first exercise. More advanced variation of this is to get up on our toes, squeeze the shanks hard, and slowly begin to walk forward. You can always hold onto the wall with your hand to get more stability. We walk forward and walk slowly backwards. We do the next exercise to strengthen the tibia or anterior thigh. You'll lean upon the wall, and from this position, approximately a foot to a foot and a half, you will move away from the wall and lift your toes off the floor. Try to have knee as much as possible flat and outstretched, and lift your toes off the floor. If it gets too easy, the more I lean forwards, the further I move my feet away from the wall, the harder and harder it gets. That's all for today. Thank you so much for your attention. See you next time.